I've been in the US for only a couple of weeks. I got here with just a suitcase, with some clothes and my backpack, with my camera gear and nothing else. 15 days later, here I am in Yosemite National Park after having spent my first night in the new car with the new car camping setup that I'm gonna show you in this video, because I had a very good idea of what I wanted, of what I needed. This is a setup that is centered around photography, and it's pretty simple. It's down to basics, down to the essentials. It's all I need and nothing else. And at the very center of this setup, the most important piece in this puzzle is this big power station, the VTOMAN FlashSpeed 1500. And you'll see very soon why I say that it's so important, but basically it powers everything that I do here. My camera battery just died, which is pretty convenient because I was going to talk about the power station now. So I'm gonna plug it in here so it starts charging right away. This is one of the things that I like the most about having a battery with me in photography road trips. I don't have to wait until the night to start charging things. I can charge them right away. This power station powers all the devices that I use, of course, my cameras, my drone, my computer, my phone, my watch. I charge all of that with this big battery, but it also powers all the lighting I have in this car so far. That is a reading light with a rechargeable battery and a flashlight with also a rechargeable battery. Of course, all I have to do when they run out of battery is to just plug them in here and I'll have light again. I'm trying to avoid this time lights with AA or AAA batteries because I never happen to have them, and if I have them, I can never find them. I think this is gonna work better for me. But wait, there is so much more I can do, and I do, with this battery. So far, we've only talked about this part right here, the USB port. It has 4 USB-A ports and 2 USB-C ports that can give out up to 100 watts each, so that is perfect for charging laptops and other devices. But as you can see, it also comes with 3 regular AC outlets able to power appliances. I plug in my electric kettle here to make my coffee, to make my oatmeal. I don't have one now. I'm thinking about getting one in the future, an electric pot to cook with it. I can also plug it in here. I could also bring my Instant Pot. I don't have it right now here with me, but I could also plug it here and prepare my meals with that if I wanted to. I'm also trying to avoid propane or any other kind of gas because I'm usually somewhere where the weather is not very nice. That's what I seek for my photography. So the conditions are usually not the best to be cooking outside anyway, so I like to prepare my meals inside, and there an electric everything is much better in my opinion than playing with fire and gas inside a vehicle. It also has a 12-volt outlet, of course. This power station can power all of those devices and appliances for quite a while because, as you can see, it's pretty big. It has a 1500 watts hour. That is twice as big as the one that I have in Spain, and I never run out of battery with that one, so I'm not expecting to do it with this one. This power station can be charged in 3 different ways. You can plug it into a regular AC outlet at home, at a campground, or whatever. It can charge up to 1500 watts, so that means that it can go all the way from 0 to 100% in just 1 hour. That is amazing. If you don't have access to those, you can also use a solar panel. It supports, I believe that, yeah, up to 400 watts. So that's pretty good, between 4 and 5 hours to charge the whole thing. But my favorite way to charge this battery is, of course, while I'm driving, because most of the time I don't have access to a AC outlet. Most of the time I'm not camping in campgrounds, and when I do, I usually don't have electricity. And again, because the weather conditions are usually not sunny where I am, I do that on purpose. Well, so my favorite way to charge it, again, is while I drive. The Outback has a 12-volt outlet on the other side where I plug it, and it charges in a reasonable amount of time. Of course, it's slower than the other two, and the limitation comes more from the car than from the power station. I think that the power station can take up to 200 watts, but with this car, I think it's gonna be just 120. So that means that it's gonna take 10 to 12 hours to charge the whole thing. But I don't use the whole battery. I don't go through the whole capacity, the 1500 watt hour in one day, of course. I only use 10 to 20% every day, and that is enough. I drive enough that I can charge that amount. I can get it back to close to 100% or high enough to keep me power for a while. But wait, because we're not done with this power station, not even close. One of my favorite things is actually the flat top design, because that means that I can put stuff on top. I could put boxes, storage boxes. I might buy some and maybe secure them with a bungee cord to the handles here. You could also get an extra battery to double the capacity of this one and just put it on top. Many things that you can do thanks to this design. And another great thing is this little shelf, secret shelf it's got in here that I use to keep the cables, the charging cables away, and even the chargers for my battery. So that is pretty useful. Talking about useful, I think you're gonna love this, or at least I do love it. You might have noticed this port here, it says jumper cable, so you can get these clamps connected to that port and jump start your car if you ever run out of battery. This is pretty amazing, because until now I had another standalone battery with its own clamps to perform that function, but now I can do it with this one, so I don't need another extra battery or anything like that, or rely on another car to pass by to rescue me. I can do it with this. There are so many other great things to say about this battery, but the last one that I wanted to mention is the battery technology that they used. Is the LiFePO4, I think that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, it's a newish technology, a newish kind of battery that should last much longer than your traditional lithium-ion batteries. This is rated to at least 3,000 cycles, so that is years and years of use. And that means that this one is gonna come with me on many, many trips to come in the next few years.